just breathe. This morning, as I have said to my partner, that I'm very excited to record a video about a book review, and he asked me what is the content of the book. So he gave me a great opportunity to distill everything that I've read in a nutshell. So in the book Just Breathe from Brulé, he speaks about how he has discovered his passion for breathwork, and he shares wonderful, inspiring stories of himself and also of other professionals that are using breathing in various ways. How we can work with breathing to transform the body, to transform the mind, and also to transform our spirit. And this has given us a great basement to become a breathwork facilitator ourselves, because he invited us to go on a deep journey of discovery, to test all the different methods and styles and feel it in our body, what is the effect of the breathing method. In the first chapter is called The Power of Breath Mastery. And this is a good background of the why. Why are we using breathing, or why can we use breath work to influence different things in our work, or what we want to offer to other people. And he opened with a story when he was a young boy and he went to Catholic school. He heard that God breathed into his nostrils and the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And this was something awakened on that day within him. And this reminded me on a situation when I was living for 1 year in London. I came across one church, and in this church there was a painting with Jesus on the painting, and Jesus had a little candle in his hand and was knocking at a wooden door, and the inscription says something like, "Jesus is always knocking at your door. When are you willing to open it?" And this hit me really, and always when I experience dark nights of my soul, I remember that this spirit, this God, is always in me. When with every breath I can breathe spirit in, and it's just one breath away. So it really touched me, and it touches me again. So then he gives us his definition of breath therapy, and he says breathwork is the use of breath awareness and conscious breathing for healing and growth, personal awakening and transformation in spirit, mind and body. This is really the best description I ever heard about what breath therapy could be, because breath awareness, this is the one side, this is the engagement in my experience, so to really open up to the felt sense and to everything that is here in every now moment. And the conscious breathing part, so my active willingness to participate in my journey and maybe to rebalance with changing my breathing pattern. And he says breathwork as a formula for personal transformation has 3 basic elements. Awareness, so this is the wake up, so to be present in the now moment and be alert what is going on right here in my experience. Then the relaxation, so just let go and let the breath flow through you. And then the breathing, this is the possibility to take charge, to connect to the power of being alive with every breath. So you drink in the life force with every breath. So I really like this definition. So why not begin with taking conscious breathing, conscious breaths, and to really experiment with these 2 factors, to become aware of your breathing and at the same time kind of do your breath, because I invite you to count the inhale, count the inhale to 5, and then count on the exhale also to 5. And to make it more sensual and experiential, I will accompany you with my singing bowls. So when the tone is going up, you breathe in to 5, and when it's going down, you breathe out and count to 5. So let's just start with some good deep breaths. And just feel your breath. Feel, when are you breathing in? And you can do it with your open mouth or nose, it doesn't matter. Breathe in. And when are you breathing out? And then breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out and relax. And breathe in. And breathe out and relax. And breathe just as you like and feel inside of you everything that has changed. Wonderful. So sometimes I call breathing or observing consciously the breath, it's an art of breathing. It's like a dance. Like dances, sometimes you don't know, is the breath breathing you or are you breathing the breath? And it is so beneficial to observe that during the day. And I want to say what Dan says. It is essential for us to learn to flow back and forth between active and passive, between being and doing, between breathing the breath and letting the breath breathe us. I really like that, and it was great to do that in my everyday journey. So let's go to chapter 2. Chapter 2 is about transforming the body. And I'm a body psychotherapist, so this is very familiar to me. And what I can say with the work that I have with my clients, I can see that all the things that are going through, that they are manifested in their bodies. So when you are confronted with anxiety, depression, trauma, energy is stuck in your system, and also you're holding the breath. And when I counsel these people, I found out that the greatest fear is the fear to feel themselves. They don't feel because they expect when they feel themselves, they feel pain. So they cut off of sensing themselves, of sensing even the body and sensing the symptoms in the bodies and sensing their breath. But if they do so, they cannot set boundaries, and they cannot go and serve their needs. So the consciousness, to become conscious about yourself and your feelings and your awareness, that you are alive and you are existing, is the door to healing. And this is what I liked in this chapter, because he shared about the story where he did the boxing, and he said, you have to laugh to be hit. You have to laugh to be hit. You have to laugh to open up to everything that this experience has to offer you. There is no good or bad experience, and actually the most worst experience is to block everything off. So if you can allow yourself to have even the bad experience, to become aware of the pain, and you consciously connect to the pain and feel, how is it? Is it sharp? Is it flat? Is it burning? Is it cold? Is it red or hot? If you are consciously open and willing to inhale your experience, love your experience, then you are on a healing path. And I think this is also what Stig Severingson is using when he is working with breath holding techniques and working with PTSD and veterans. So I'm really curious to learn more about these possibilities, how to use the breath to reconnect people more to themselves, to all there is, and to open up to their feelings and get started in their self-healing journey. So here I want to do another breathing technique with you, and I want to combine movement with breathing, because this is something we use very often in body psychotherapy. So for example, if you have a lot of tightness here in the upper chest area and you cannot breathe, you breathe only shallow, then this exercise is really nice, that you put your arms to the side and the hand is upwards to the ceiling, and you relax your shoulders and your head is straight, the spine is straight, and then you inhale and slightly you bring your arms backwards so that you have a stretch here and your chin goes a little upwards. Inhale and exhale, just relax and come to the middle. And then inhale. And you can go with your own pace. So make it a enjoyable experience. And one last time. And then just relax your arms, close your eyes and breathe. And feel if anything has changed now in your upper chest area. And feel how your breath is now flowing. Okay, thank you. So now let's jump to chapter 4, breathing to transform the spirit. And the spiritual breathwork is really my big why I came to breathwork, because 20 years ago I learned rebirthing, and it was a real discovery of who am I really? Who am I behind all these human topics? Who am I as a soul, as a souled being? And I really like how he contemplates about energy. What is energy? And he has a metaphor, a little story he shared. He says, like a boat moving through the ocean. It makes waves, but are you feeling the boat or the movement of the waves? So is the energy moving through our system? Are you feeling the energy? Or are you feeling the movement the energy makes in your system? This I really loved. And again, what I said earlier, if I'm really opening up to and be curious like a child, who is it? Who is it that is breathing? I don't care if this is energy that I'm sensing, but the fact that something is moving, I can observe. I can only observe when something changes. And when I observe the change within my system, the energy flow, the breath flow, I can feel that I exist. And who is it, this I? And how is it changing in different circumstances? So the spiritual breath work is a possibility to reconnect to the true self within me. And the true self, he says, is always pure, it's still, it's innocent, it's the infinite power, it's spaciousness, and there is nothing that can disturb the pure awareness of the I am. There's nothing that can disturb this true self. And I always have this analogy of an ocean. And an ocean is so spacious, so vast. And when you cut out something out of the ocean, it's still the complete ocean. It's still full and alive. And also this kind of breathing focus is a possibility to connect to love. And he says love is the space of pure awareness and unmoving presence. I really like that. Because you cannot be the ocean if you are not present. If you are distracted with the past and the future and the problems and fighting and running, you can only become in touch with love when you are opening and you are willing to receive your true self. Breathwork awakens the dimension of love in us, he says. Love shines through when we let go of fear, control, judgment, resistance, attachment. So, this is something that you might use every day when you feel distracted in the outside world. Just see if you can find a place where you can, a safe space where you can sit. Close your eyes, and instead of looking what is to do, what are the expectations, what has been said or done, bring the awareness back inside of you, inside of your body. And every breath is a possibility or a bridge to reconnect with the true self in the middle of your belly, with your center, with your core. So just feel how you breathe in, and you can feel the breath in the nostrils. And you can feel the breath running down your throat. And you can feel how the breath from inside is expanding your chest area. So an invitation to relax with every exhale, to let go of the shoulders and of all the little muscles between your ribs. To allow every breath to sink down into your belly, and also sense how every breath allows your belly to expand, as if you would sink into the pelvis bowl. Also in this area, you just let go. connect to your inner light. Maybe you can see a light in the middle of your belly, like a little flame or a little sun, or maybe a diamond that is sparkling in every breath. And with every breath, allow this light to become brighter. As if you would give oxygen into a fire, it becomes brighter. Maybe you can even feel that your belly area is softening and becoming warm. And see how much you want to allow this light to grow inside of you, expand into your heart area, expand into your arms, expand along the spine, even into your head. See how good it feels to breathe and let your light shine in every cell of your body. Can breathe and feel the joy that comes up in your system, and smile. So good. Okay, thank you for listening to my book review and my experiences with breath. Thank you.